All right, it's the rundown. Thursday, May 25th. Brought to you by Klemmer's new shirt.
That's right.
Klemmer dropped his first
Look at this. Oakland L's, baby!
Wow.
Yeah! Barstool Sports store right here. Oakland L's.
Now, a cynic might say, well, who was that shirt for? Because you got to think an A's fan probably doesn't want to buy it. Fans of other teams probably don't want to wear A's shirts. That's what a cynic would say. I say it's sleek. It's nicely designed. You got it. Frank the Tank will buy it.
Yep. You've always loved that shirt.
This is a fact. The Oakland A's they're a terrible team, right?
Yeah.
They could break the all-time record for most losses in a season. What better way to commemorate history than to have your own Oakland L shirt, which you can find at the Barstool Sports store?
There you go.
It's a good pitch.
You know what
Thank
else you can find in the Barstool Sports store? This hat, which is a quote from the Vanderpump Rules reunion part 1 that just dropped last night. We'll talk about it later in the show, but I just want to bring attention.
Let's talk about it now.
You want to talk about Vanderpump first?
I don't know. I guess. Look, this was we were a last-minute rundown crew. I mean, lucky for the people that get smoked 2 days in a row. You're welcome. But so we're not totally set on all these topics. But we'll start with Vanderpump Rules.
Okay, cool.
I'll be honest. I don't know anything about Vanderpump Rules.
Here's the thing about Vanderpump Rules. It's a good show. I've watched it over the years. I know the characters. It's a reality show on Bravo. It's a Bravo show. It's about a group of people who work at the different restaurants in Hollywood and LA, all run by Lisa Vanderpump. She originated from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, so it's all in the family type deal. It's been on for a lot of seasons, like over 10 years.
Really?
And
I just heard about it within the past
No.
couple
It's
months.
popular. And you know who's a fan is Jax. One of the characters is always a Barstool fan. Like there are a lot of Vanderpump Barstool crossover fans, weirdly, like the people that are on Vanderpump like Barstool. And oh, that's right, you're friends with Jax. I forgot. So yeah, it's great. But the reason that it's at the forefront of everybody's conversations these days is because one of the main characters, like there are 2 guys in the show, both named Tom. They like run half the restaurants. One of the main guys, Tom Sandoval, was in a relationship with this other girl, Ariana, for 9 years. They were like the couple on the show, you know what I mean? And he cheated on her with another cast member, this girl Raquel, and Raquel and Ariana were like best friends, and it was just a massive fucking scandal, and it was happening for like 8 months, and like the other Tom knew about it. Yes, so they had finished filming this past season, but then they went back and refilmed the last like 2 episodes because, or maybe just the last episode, because they found out about this when they had already wrapped filming. So now the finale was last week, and it was all Ariana and Tom yelling at each other, them finding out, explaining everything that happened, the arguments with Raquel. Like it's some of the most intimate shit I've ever seen on reality TV, and it's unbelievable. Like I just can't believe all these people are like, every bit of their dirty laundry is hanging out for the world to see. It's
was there like
crazy.
a reunion or something?
So that was last night, was the first part of the reunion. There are 3 parts, that's how long this is gonna be. And they're each an hour long. The first part of the reunion was last night, so it was the first time that everybody is like seeing each other since all this happened. Ariana and Tom saw each other for the first time. Raquel can't be in the room because she has a restraining order against Sheena, one of the other girls. It's fucking nuts. But James Kennedy, yeah, that's Ariana. That's who, this guy cheated on her.
Cheated on her?
Yeah.
With who?
With the other girl is not in this scene.
Let's pull her up. Let's see.
No, she's not as hot. I'll tell you that right now. But she is. I mean, no, she's
then
an
it would
idiot.
have been okay.
Yeah,
that's the thing with you.
That's Lala. We love
It's
Lala.
okay as long as you level up.
There has to be
and
one
as long as
where
you find them more attractive.
Raquel is not in any of these. She's not in any of these because she's not. She can't be on stage with Sheena. So she's like in a. Look up Raquel. No, that's not her. That's another. Look up Raquel Levis.
Now he seems like a very creepy-looking man. Do you find him attractive? Do you think that's like a good-looking guy?
I used to think he was better looking, and I don't anymore. Do her with the short hair. That's her now. That's more recent.
She's hot too.
No, she's hot too, for sure. But you know,
he just seems like the least
she's like a
trustworthy
pageant girl. She was a pageant girl.
There's no one I trust less than that man, I think.
No, he's gross. He's
he looks
40.
like the bad guy. He looks
He's
like an
40.
evil twin
Right.
of a normal person.
The mustache, I think, is relatively new. Like, he used to have a beard. He used to not look so skeezy, but he is the one that is now a part of, like, a fake cover band that's called The Most Extras, and he thinks he's a rock star. Like,
They're
he
a
just
fake
thinks
cover
he's...
band?
Well, I mean, it's a cover band.
Okay.
But it's like, he thinks he's, he thinks he's Mick Jagger. Like, he's ridiculous. And so he runs around town just, like, collecting groupies, and Raquel basically, like, turned herself into a groupie, but Raquel was dating, stop on this picture. Raquel was engaged to the second guy from the left, James Kennedy. He's British, and he is the one who said, like, half these things on this hat. So,
poo-poo head, subhuman, demented.
These are all things to
diabolical.
describe Tom Sandoval. And it's a great hat. So if you're
And
into
where
that,
does this
you're into
take
that.
place? In like Minnesota? Or?
No, it's in LA.
Oh, okay.
Out in LA, yeah,
I'm
of course.
surprised to hear
Of
that,
course, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, just in the Midwest.
Okay, all right.
But no, it has overtaken the nation in a way that I've never seen reality TV do. I've never seen so many. It's crossing over so many different like realms. I mean, I didn't think I'd be talking about it on the rundown at all. I also didn't think that like half the company was tweeting about it last night.
Yeah, that's what I was like, what the hell?
I
It's like
couldn't believe
Survivor,
it.
the Survivor
Yeah,
finale is on.
Roan's in
Me,
on it.
Klemmer.
Roan is fully watching. He's totally sucked in, but he likes reality TV, so he's been a fan, I think.
I was a little
Dan was tweeting
disappointed,
about it.
honestly. 'Cause, like,
Dave even was tweeting
Tommy
about it
and I
last
love
night.
Survivor. And yesterday was the Survivor finale.
Oh yeah.
But no one other than Tommy
no.
and myself.
That
No,
got
I bet it did good ratings last
I
night.
bet it did. I know, but I
mean,
felt
I
like the
don't know.
whole
What time did it
internet was
start?
talking about this.
8 to 11.
Oh, okay. Well, the reunion was only 9 to 10, so
Oh, all right, yeah.
people may have fallen off after the first hour.
Snuff
of
and
Survivor,
Torches,
but
listen to our recap.
yes,
Watch it.
listen to the recap. But yeah, so I don't know. It's this massive thing that's overtaken everything. Ariana was also on Call Her Daddy this week. I watched that. That was a pretty good conversation if you're interested in that kind of vibe. But yeah, it's crazy. How would you feel if I guess you could compare Vanderpump to like this office.
Okay.
Say you had like a really public 10-year-long relationship with someone in this office, and then you cheated on them with someone else in the office.
No one's
I
going to love
cheated on
Tommy
them?
for 10 years. Come on, what are we doing
I mean,
here?
statistically
Oh, no, I'm
speaking,
sorry.
we know that's
Cheated
not
on
the
them,
case with you. You've
cheated
had
on
4
them
wives.
with someone
Two,
else in the office. Yeah.
No,
Tommy's had
I
4
also have
wives.
not hit that decade mark.
And then had to talk about it, had to go to a reunion with everyone in the office and your boss there grilling you for 10 hours. How would you like that?
I would not like that.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. And on the flip side for Ariana, how would you like to like have gotten cheated on after 10 years with your best friend and this whole shit go down and have to sit there and talk about it constantly? Like she's doing like a whole press junket right now. Every single day she has to talk about how she got fucked over.
Is
and
there
lied to
any
by this
though
man.
like is this any chance this is all just put on?
No, and you know what? She had something to say about that because she doesn't like when people are saying it's fake. She's like, well, that just takes away from like my hurt, my experience. Like I'm
Right.
heartbroken. I feel like shit. Like
Now,
I have to talk about it all the time.
She might not have to go on a media junket. I mean,
Right.
I've gotten divorced once. I didn't go on
They
a
all-
media
they all
junket
want her.
afterwards.
7 times.
Well, you're not
Klemmer.
Ariana Madix.
No.
Yeah.
No, but
Once
like,
in the past 3 years,
could
7
say-
times.
No,
Klemmer.
not in the past 3 years. It was 2016. But that's when I got divorced. I just find that funny,
okay.
Kelly.
Whole
It was
Obama-
it was a fun year.
Obama it was
Love
Obama's
that.
whole second term.
It was my marriage, my first marriage. We got married like a couple days before election, and we got divorced like when Obama was lame duck. It was after Trump was already established.
Damn.
But like, I don't think she has to do this. Is someone put a gun to her head and says you must
No,
go and
it's
call her daddy?
it
and
is
do
a
this?
part of a part of the show. It's a part of the content. She
Okay.
signed up for it. So the reunions, yes, she definitely has to do. She has no choice but to do that.
Okay.
But then, as far as Good Morning America, and
Yeah,
the
that
Today
seems
Show,
a
and
little
she's going to
extra.
do those things. However, since this all happened, I think that she like owns a sandwich shop with one of the other girls. Like they are like restaurant people, but I also think she has like an acting gene involved. She's not going to be in like a Lifetime movie. She's going to be on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh my
There's like
goodness.
she's getting a lot of like
All right.
perks.
The girl that got cheated on.
Yeah, the girl that got cheated on.
That's an overall
So
one.
I mean, at this point, like, why wouldn't you do all that? But so she's done it all already, and I just have to imagine she's very fatigued by it. Like, I think that once the reunion, the third part drops, I think that, like, this summer, we won't hear from these people. Like, I think they're going to need time to reset and, like, mourn this life that they had. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. It just feels so intimate to be on TV. Like, it feels very
Welcome
personal.
to our world.
I know, honestly.
Right.
Facts,
Cameras every day.
facts. For
All
real.
right, moving on. We got PGA Club pro Michael Block. Says he'd be the best golfer in the world if he had Rory McIlroy's driving game. I watched this clip. He was on Bob Menery or whatever podcast. I know he was an enemy at
don't
one
we hate
point.
those people?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he's still an enemy. If so, fuck you. If he's no longer an enemy, I retract that.
Okay.
Yeah, Michael Block just became insufferable very quickly, it seems.
Oh.
Yeah, huge ego. I mean, yeah, they asked him, and he was so casual about it. He's like, oh, yeah, obviously I would be the greatest player in the world if I could just, drive it further.
And
It was
there's no
just-
chance of him like being joking about that. Like he's
he
not
didn't
being like
seem-
flippant or
He was
sarcastic.
100%.
Did not seem like a man of great humor.
So he's, do you know about him, Kelly?
Not really. Tell me.
So
fill
we'll
me in.
explain as you explained Vanderpump.
Oh, yeah,
Basically, he's
thank
a
you.
club pro. The PGA Championship was this weekend.
Okay.
He's like not really a professional golfer. He like works at a golf course.
Michael Block is his name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he
Okay.
like played in this tournament, and
He got a hole in one.
Yeah, he had a hole in one, which was sick, and he was in
Oh,
like
I
the
saw
top
that hole in
10
one. I saw the hole in one.
ish for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like he made the cut.
Way
which
more
is rare
competitive
for
than anyone
club
ever
pros.
expected.
Okay.
And yeah, so he kind of became America's sweetheart for a few days.
Yeah,
5
and then
minutes,
couple
yeah.
Since
hours.
then, he has
Yeah.
just turned out to be like, oh, this guy's kind of a prick.
Isn't that always the case though? You give someone a little bit of shine and they take it too far and they
Yep.
run themselves
Look what
into the
happened
ground.
to
Yeah, exactly.
Just about to make a
We
same
were
joke
nice-
about you. I
we
just
were-
couldn't get it out fast enough.
Yeah, I
Fuck.
felt it, so I had to beat you to it.
We were nice to Klemmer
son
for
of a
like one
bitch.
day. One day we're nice to Klemmer, and now he's full of himself.
Klemmer
Sad to see.
runs down the basketball court pretty fast in Barstool Idol, and now he's insufferable.
yeah. And now he's
It's not
LeBron James.
entirely inaccurate.
Moving on, Shakira is begging Tom Cruise to stop flirting with her.
Oh, did
According
she?
To Heat
That's
magazine,
amazing.
Shakira is begging Tom Cruise to stop. They've known each other loosely for the years, but ever since they attended the Grand Prix, is that what you?
Grand Prix. Just Grand Prix.
Cruise was reportedly giddy to meet her, similar to how when he first met Katie Holmes. He said that she's his dream woman, and the situation's been too much for Shakira, and that she doesn't want to embarrass or upset him, but there's no attraction or romance on her part. She was just being friendly. She's flattered but not interested. So wait a minute.
No,
She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to embarrass
Listen to
him,
this.
but she's
Listen to
just saying
this.
there's no
So,
romance.
but do you
or
know
attraction.
what he's like been doing? So
No.
I guess they spend time. Right. This picture's been going around like crazy. And after they saw each other
He
at
looks horrible.
this event, yeah, he
He's
looks
like
shit.
60 years old.
Ever since we saw this picture from this event, he has been going on like his own press junket, being like, "I want to date Shakira. I want her to be my girlfriend. Please tell her, Shakira, I'm waiting for you." Like he's been like
He's love bombing.
love bombing her, and she didn't respond to anything. She's also going through a breakup. She was like married, I think, or really, really serious married, I think, or
Wait, what is that about Jimmy
to a
Butler and
soccer
Shakira?
player.
yeah,
yeah.
they follow each other on Instagram.
Both follow
Yeah.
each other on
So
Instagram.
she's been going through some turmoil right now. Her ex cheated on her, like all this bullshit, and so she's going through it right now. And so she's going to all these sporting events, like maybe she's husband shopping, I don't know. But she certainly wants something to do with Tom Cruise. And for Tom Cruise to think that he's got it like that for fucking Shakira, he's out of his mind. Do you think that Shakira is way out of his league?
No,
I mean,
nobody's out of
think?
Tom
Yeah, I'll say
Cruise's
this.
league.
I think Tom Cruise has always gotten way too much fucking hype. I think young Tom Cruise was hot and cool, and just because he's in a bunch of like, aviation movies and Mission Impossible and whatever, everyone thinks he's the fucking man. He's like 5'5" and he's a weird Scientologist. Like, let's not forget what a scumbag he is.
I
like,
think
he
he's
sucks.
wi-
He
I
held-
think he's a
He held
weirdo.
Katie Holmes hostage for 10 years.
I agree that he's a weirdo and whatever, but I just think when you're Tom Cruise, nobody's out of your league.
I don't think Tom
Like, you're
Cruise
at
has that
the-
kind
you're
of
at the-
pull.
the
Tom Cruise
acme
doesn't have the
of-
kind of pull of like George Clooney or Brad Pitt. I think Tom Cruise is like, all right.
This is also the least crazy thing he's ever done. Like usually he's much.
But he was
crazier
gearing
than
up. I mean, if he's talking so much about how he wants to date Shakira and he wants to like be his girlfriend or whatever, so much so that she has to like tell an anonymous source that
Yeah.
it's too much and it's
Yeah.
embarrassing her, it's too much.
Well, yeah, I'm glad they're
Just
showing the
jumping on the
other clip,
fucking
him jumping on
couch.
the couch. Like,
classic.
This is like how he's acting about Shakira. He doesn't even know her. Like they're sort of friends, but what? Back off, you know?
This was so weird. I remember
is so
seeing-
bizarre.
Was it Scary Movie? It might have been Scary Movie.
I love Scary Movie.
Or
Scary Movie 3?
another movie like that where this got parodied.
oh, it's got parody everywhere.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it was
everywhere.
a movie and like I had not seen that.
And you didn't.
I had
know.
not seen this, but I saw the parody and then I was like,
Right.
oh wait a minute, he actually fucking did that.
No, it's.
Scary
Yeah.
Movie 4,
There you go.
Yeah, he doesn't just like kind of like be interested in a woman. He becomes obsessed.
Right.
And
Exactly, and it's already weird.
it
Like,
almost
it's-
it all does also seem kind of weird. Like so, the theatrics are so much.
That's what I'm saying. He's just like he's an actor. You know what I mean? He's just kind of whatever. But I don't. People that like Tom Cruise because of his movies or whatever, that's all fine. But just know that like Tom Cruise, the person, is not cool. Like he is uncool in every way.
I've always thought that, and maybe you have a better opinion, that celebrity couples seem to move faster than the average couple.
I agree with
I
that.
feel
I
like
do agree
average
with that.
couples, you date for 3 months or so, then maybe you go exclusive, whatever. I feel like celebrity couples, like within 3 weeks, they're like everywhere,
Totally.
all
No,
over
you're-
each other, living together.
You're spot on. I wonder if that's because, and I thought about this too, if that's because like actors and actresses and musicians or whatever, they're all like emotional people, so they just kind of like throw all of their emotions into something if it's happening. Like even, we use Taylor Swift as an example. She's dating this new guy. She's like saying I love you on stage. She's been dating this guy for 5 minutes. Like what? And so it just seems kind of like they just let their emotions go with it. And if the heartbreak comes, the heartbreak comes. They just are always all in. So it's like, I like somebody, I'll marry them and move in with them in 3 weeks because this is a whirlwind romance.
Right,
And
yeah.
If they break up, they break up.
The
you know?
appeal. I mean, because when you first fall in love with, you first start dating someone, it is very exciting. Maybe
Of
you kind
course. The amount of times I've like started dating somebody, we've been dating for 3 weeks, I'm like, wow, I'm gonna marry this person. Oh my God, I wanna move in right now. But if I acted on those impulses, that'd be fucking insane because usually 3 weeks later, they're a piece of shit.
Now, Tommy, how long would you have to date someone before you propose, do you think?
Before I propose?
Oh, yeah, great
I feel like a
question.
couple of years.
A couple years.
I think
Right?
I think that's a
pretty
responsible
standard.
way to go about it. Yes.
I think 2 years, then you propose, and then a year of engagement.
That's pretty fair.
I think that's
Something
totally
like
fine.
that. How have you done it?
About that
across the-
timeline for both.
All 9 times?
Only twice. Only
Yeah,
twice.
yeah, all
Only
9
twice.
times.
Okay.
That's right.
Good,
How do you feel, Kelly, about Taylor dating a racist, Islamophobic, anti-Semitic, overall problematic white man? And while Holly Stallcap doesn't owe it to anyone in this thread, it's important that she takes it
Right. I did take a look at that
seriously.
thread, and that thread is unfortunately someone is
Unhinged.
unwell. That girl is unwell, and she has some kind of guilt in her soul that she's
Just
trying to
random
get out. I don't know what the
sentences.
fuck.
Taylor's financial situation alone is reason enough for me to stand on the opposite side of her ethically.
No, it's
What
like
the fuck does that
this
mean?
person is so not
Just
okay.
because she's rich, like you
Like,
can't
I don't understand.
agree with her
People,
on anything?
and this woman is a perfect example of somebody who gets caught up in like being online. You know how like you see stuff that's online and
Yeah.
you think like, wow, I need to make a stance. People need to hear what I'm saying. People need to like. No one asked this girl what's going on. No one asked her to like prove that she's a woman of the people. No one's asking her to comment on Taylor Swift. Like, it's fucking crazy. But I'll say this: a lot of people don't like Matty Healy, and there's all these clips of him on that like Adam Freeland podcast or whatever the fuck. Like, I don't know. He's not my cup of tea, but he's like British, and I feel like British people are weird, and they're not quite as reserved in the way that they talk about people, and like he makes like racist jokes. I guess that fucking sucks, but. What am I gonna do? Knock down Taylor's door? Like,
yeah, I mean,
she's
I
dating
think
him.
this girl ended up.
I don't think it
the
makes
whole
her a bad
thread.
person. He also, too, Matty Healy used to be like a drug addict and like a piece of shit, and it sounds like he's turned his life around, or like, I don't know.
It's also like just because you like someone's music doesn't mean you get to control. Like you don't get an opinion on their personal life.
Completely. And I'm all here for the jokes. Like I made jokes being like, no way, like keep her away from our girl. And there are jokes online. They're all like, I don't like my new stepdad, like about Matty Healy and stuff. And that's funny because we don't really know him, but he.
Oh, you
See,
don't.
we don't really know him. So
As
it's
opposed
like,
to how
we don't know him
well
yet.
you know Taylor.
We don't know him yet. Yeah. We just haven't gotten the chance to really bond with him yet, so we're just not sure. But again, like whatever. It's.
And
she's
who's this
dating who
Holly
she's dating.
Stallcup person? I don't know
She's
her.
just like
She's like a
loser.
nobody. I don't. I have
She-
no idea who
she's
she
not
is.
any. She doesn't.
She
Executive
views
director
herself as
for-
like this public figure that
Now
had to
she,
make a statement.
now she
All right, good for her.
rises. Writer
She
at
made
the mixed
she
bag.
made a.
What the fuck?
She made
is
the whole
this?
thread, and at the end she was like, "Yeah, I'm going to the concert."
Oh
It
no!
was just like it
We've
was like
got
her
she's a church.
explaining-
She's a church girl. Wait, scroll back to the top comment. Our mission is to connect, equip, and empower people to build a capital C church where women thrive. So
Oh,
she's
boy.
combining women, God, and it sounds like all this, a lot of other self-righteous stuff. Like, I
I'll
don't
say
know.
this.
This is
Any-
weird.
she has
Nothing more
less Twitter
self-righteous than
followers
women.
than I do.
Yeah.
Anyone who has less Twitter followers than I do probably should not
Yeah,
take
that's
them very
tough. Yeah,
seriously.
she's not even cracking 10K. It's like,
I
bro, you
mean, what are we
gotta
doing
work on
here,
that
Holly?
social footprint,
I mean,
no?
come on.
I don't want to
don't
like.
know.
I don't want to act like pompous. If I had less than 10K followers, I would kill myself.
No,
Wow.
seriously, like seriously, you really
I
need
literally
to, you
can't
need to
imagine.
reevaluate
I
your
literally
life.
can't imagine.
You need to reevaluate.
Like, where would
your
I
life.
have my entire self-worth?
No, exactly. Like
My self-esteem
how
would
would
be
you know
gone.
that you're better than other people if you didn't have
Exactly.
enough followers? Yeah, it's like
Exactly.
crazy. It's crazy.
Just kidding for idiots out there. Next up, Australian bouncy castle, Mount.
That word's
Mogul.
mogul. Yeah.
Mogul. It is. The
It's
screen
mogul.
is.
The screen is
The
shaking
screen's
a
It's a
bunch.
doing-
five-letter
Yeah.
word. It's a
It's
tough one.
shaking a bunch.
Yeah, it is.
Australian bouncy council mogul.
Council?
sent
No. No.
Castle.
Let's try that again, buddy. Yep. You can do it.
Take a deep
Third
breath.
time's a charm.
Take a deep
Australian
breath.
bouncy castle mogul sentenced to 11 years in prison for setting fire to his competition. He's reportedly obsessed with beating his competition, has
wow.
been arrested for 11 counts of arson. Quote from the judge, "It consumed your every waking moment, and you were continually thinking of ways to maximize and advance your business. You wanted to eliminate your competition so you would succeed, your business being the -- 1 business in the industry." 11 separate times. I love this guy.
Wow.
He just using Molotov cocktails. The man's been off the grid
Damn.
since 2018 when he failed to appear in court. He's now living under a fake name. That's all. I mean, look, you don't get to be the king of the bouncy castle game without
Without getting your
cracking
hands
a few
dirty.
eggs.
I know. Yeah. So you got to get your hands dirty. I'll say this. I think
Oh
that.
yeah, he's perfect.
I think I yeah,
Central
of course.
casting right there.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right.
I think yeah, you get passionate about your business, you get passionate about your things. I appreciate someone who holds a grudge. I do think it's crazy, obviously, but I do also think that if you're trying to take something down, a Molotov cocktail seems to be the way to do it, huh?
You wouldn't
Yeah.
think
Really?
you would need that much to take down a bouncy house. You'd probably just like to light
No,
a
I
match.
think no,
I
it's
would
the
say even a
business. It's
pin.
the whole business. True,
Just,
but
like,
not,
pop
no.
a pin in
Bouncy
there.
castles aside, I feel like whenever there's a Molotov cocktail involved, people are getting fucked up.
Yeah.
That's a surefire way to really burn a building down.
I wonder if it did help his business. I'd love to see his sales from the
Definitely.
first fire.
Yeah.
It must, right?
They had nowhere else to go.
You call up the place
Every
and burn
competitor
down.
was burned
Right.
down.
Oh, I guess
Yeah.
I
They're
got
like, sorry, no bouncy castles today.
can you
I
have
burned them down.
Can you have a monopoly on bouncy castles? Like, is he gonna take over the whole?
He became number one.
Oh, he did become
He
number
became
oh,
number
yeah.
one in Australia. He became number one.
Probably,
Wow.
or at
I
least
mean-
an area, I assume.
Gotta do what you gotta do, I guess.
Yeah.
Wait, so what happened to him? He went to jail?
He's on the lam.
No, they found him.
Oh, they
he
did
was
find
on
him.
the lam since like 2018. Now he's officially in jail, I believe. for 11
Wait, but
years.
he's been like on the run since 2018.
Yeah, I don't know when exactly they found him, but in 2018 he didn't show up to court and he was living under a fake name like across Australia.
Wow.
So it looks like the business's name was Awesome Party Hire. That was the name of the. Is that right?
Is that his business
That
or the
was
one that
his
he burned
business.
down?
No,
He
Oh, yeah.
entered the industry with his,
His business,
Awesome Party Hire.
This
Are they
sounds like it's
still
gonna make
around?
an awesome documentary.
Yeah, I'm
one
loving
day.
this. Yeah. I'm
Because I
interested in
wouldn't.
this.
This has Tiger King vibes.
I would love to see if
Totally.
they like. Do they have any other like? They have good deals. Like, were there any other reason they were?
Well, they had the only bouncy castles that weren't on fire.
Do you think
I
they raised their
in the
prices?
area.
When
Yeah.
other places?
Probably.
Okay.
Where, if you guys were on the lam, where would you? What would you do? Where would you move?
Oh,
to try
great
to hide?
question.
Deep into the woods of like New Hampshire or Maine.
Uh,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they say you should live in a city because it's easier to blend in. But
Totally.
I think you go
It'd be
all in. You could
impossible for
farm.
me, I'm too well known.
yeah,
That'd
it'd
be-
be totally
yeah, it'd be
impossible for you. I
impossible.
honestly feel the same. Like, where could I go?
Yeah.
at this
I
point,
think
you know?
about this a lot.
Clemmer, you'd be fine.
Yeah, you'd be alright.
I
You could
would
go literally
You
anywhere.
go in the garden. You know, you garden. You learn how to like. That way, you don't need to go to the supermarket.
Yeah.
You try to eliminate.
Just
any-
become
Weird that you think about this a
self-efficient.
lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you
Self-efficient.
planning on having?
No, but
Maybe
sometimes
he
you
has to
wonder
go on
like
the
what would
land.
happen if I had if you just got to pack up and go.
Just get compact.
I would want to move to a city.
No one would find you. Who
No
would
one would
find
ever
you?
find you. No one would ever find you. I do have a hard time with it though because anywhere I go, I'll just create like a new like how can I change my whole personality and just become like a recluse that nobody knows or cares about? Like everyone knows and cares about me. So if I go
Right.
anywhere, it's like yeah, I have a fake name, but then now my fake name persona is gonna shine. Like I shine. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say.
I'd be able to vanish.
You'd be able to
Yeah,
vanish.
but you're
for
so
sure.
unique looking that people would be like, wait.
True,
a
they
minute,
would remember what
I
you
saw
look
this
like.
freak.
Well, all right.
That's so
Hopefully, it would be a
true.
little more complimentary. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
saw this
I told Klemmer today
elegant
that
man.
any time in Klemmer's life someone has walked past him, internally they go, huh. They just say, huh, that's a unique looking man.
How's loneliness treating you? Tom?
How's it
How's
treated
your
you the
life
11
alone?
times after your 11 divorces?
No, only divorced once. Only in my second marriage.
You're
And
used to it.
you know what's nice is I have someone to go home to every night.
Not
And then you
for
go
now.
home to-
Yeah, for now, I don't know. Tommy's got a roommate. He's fine.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got
that's
a
true.
room.
That's true.
Spider is leaving though.
Oh man, rest in
no.
peace, our king.
And last up, Russian spy whale. From the creators of the spy balloon, we bring you
Oh.
the spy whale. There is a beluga whale living in the waters off the coast of Norway, has been spotted wearing a specially made harness with mounts for a camera. Leading experts believe that he may have been trained by the Russian military. The whale has been known to follow boats and play with those on board. What does that mean?
Well, I'll tell you something. Beluga whales are very friendly and sweet. They have like the fluffy head. Like if you touch its head, it's like, it's like bouncy, and people like a beluga whale.
All-time great word, beluga.
Yeah, it's a great
It's a
word.
great
Sounds great.
word.
Beluga sounds
Orca
great.
is a good word. too.
Orca's
Yeah,
good.
whales have cool
Whales,
names.
yeah, whales do
Yeah.
have cool names. But no, that's actually cruel, I think, to have this beluga whale being the spy because they are lovely as far as I
awful.
have seen over time. Maybe they're not that lovely, but it seems like killer
Yeah,
whales
I
are
saw this
killer whales are
recently, too.
actually bad. Like
Like,
they
they're
have bad
learning how
temperament.
to sink ships.
Yeah,
and they're
that's
like
fucking
telling
crazy.
their friends like, here's
well,
how you
they
sink
already
ships.
do that. They already like know how to do that. If you are near a killer whale, like they'll knock your like, and you have a small boat, they'll knock your boat over. Like already, that's already a thing. So if they're teaming up and trying to do this, that's crazy. But I don't know, strapping something to a beluga whale and having it spy, I just feel bad. Like, did that whale choose that life? Did
No.
he choose to be bad and a spy for the Russians? Like maybe he wants to live a clear life. Maybe he wished he could fly, swim
I don't think
into
there's
the-
any maybe, Kelly. I'm pretty confident he did not choose to become a
But you
Russian
never
spy.
know. That whale could maybe be into it, being like, "Ooh, wow, I'm
He
getting
may
all
have
this
chose that
attention."
path.
And yeah, you never know. He's Russian, so you never know. But
Leave animals alone. Just let them be.
True. Leave
Why
the
are we
animals
doing this
alone.
to animals? Leave them alone.
don't force these animals to do
are
your
awesome.
dirty work. Leave them alone. No, killer whales are no bullshit.
Last up, we'll talk Taylor Swift. Celtics Heat
Oh, yeah.
tonight. Clemmer, you're a Celtics fan, right?
I am, yes.
Are you?
3-1 in Boston.
Yeah, I mean, you hope they, it's kind of like that.
Is it a must-win?
I think so. It's like that 2004, like don't let them, the Red Sox, they beat, I don't know if you remember, they beat
Don't
the
let them
Yankees.
get hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't let them win the first game, and then, maybe they can I will say the Celtics, I think, are a better team than the Heat. The Heat just seem to be playing so much better. Jimmy Butler is just unconscious.
He's him.
He is
He is him,
yes.
capital H.
Himmy.
Yep.
But, they're 8-point favorites tonight. So
Wow.
We'll see. And
it's in
Memorial Day
Boston, yeah.
weekend, Kelly, you
Ooh.
going, any big plans?
Not for like the rest of Memorial Day weekend, but I am in fact going to Taylor Swift tomorrow night, Friday night, my first Taylor Swift concert ever. I don't know if I'm gonna survive it though. I don't know if I'm gonna I
Why?
think I might pass out and die at the end of the show. I think that it feels as if my life has culminated into this moment, and I don't know who I'll be after it's done.
Why is I'm not asking this in a why is everyone so freaking about this tour? Like she's done concerts.
Yeah.
Well, this is
right?
yes, but she usually does tours for certain albums, but this tour is called the Eras Tour, so she plays songs from each album that she's had her whole life. So she has 10 albums. That's why my nails are like this. Each one is a different album.
Gotcha.
And Taylor Swift did this first. That's why everybody's doing this. And so she has a handful of songs from each one. It's a 3.5-hour show, 43 songs, and each concert there are 2 acoustic songs that she plays, and they're different every single show, and they're songs that are not necessarily on the set list. They're like deep cuts, so they're called secret songs, and everyone is really excited to see which ones you get. But it's I have my favorites that I want, but maybe I won't get my favorites. Maybe I'll get one that I really like. There are some you want to hear more than others, so it's become a big discourse as to what kind of song are you going to get.
What's the vibe going to be at the Taylor Swift concert?
The vibe is going to be insanity.
Drinking and
People drink, but not as much as you think. Everybody just wants to sing and dance and whatever. And I think in that
Gotcha.
kind of setting, if you drink too much, you get sick. You can't
Right.
be bopping around for 3 hours straight drunk.
Which album's the worst?
The worst, I would say my least favorite, probably debut album, Taylor Swift, her
Okay.
very first one, when she was a
Wait,
kid.
isn't that
fair.
You Belong With Me and stuff?
No, that's You Belong With Me is Red, I think. Either Red or Fearless. The very first album, no. I don't think so.
Oh my God.
So this is your-
Do you even know Taylor?
You Belong
How
With
do you
Me,
not
I think, is
immediately
Fearless.
know?
Well, no, I'll say this, the
Fearless.
The early Fearless, yeah, that's her second album. So the earlier albums I don't know as well as the others. I know them obviously, but I became a really big fan around Speak Now. That's her third album is when I started
When
becoming
did
a
that
really
come
big fan. That came out 2010. Yeah.
So this is your
So
first
you were
album.
58 then.
Yeah.
I was,
Exactly.
yeah.
Clemmer,
Exactly.
That's a mean
Yeah.
thing to say to Kelly.
Yeah, yeah.
Seventh place.
So
Yeah.
why is this the first time? I was shocked to hear that. This is because you're a huge
Well,
fan.
I was saying this all the time, or I said this on the act too, that Taylor Swift tickets have always been hard to get,
Okay.
and they've always been extremely expensive. So I've just always been broke and not able to get them. And so now I'm an adult and I can. So
Would you murder Tommy for a chance to go to the Saturday show? And you're not getting you're getting away with it.
is it
Not.
my
She's
only
going on
chance?
Friday.
No,
I
but
mean,
yeah,
I am
chance to
going
go
on
again.
Friday, but if, right.
And no one will find out.
I am kicking around. Do I go Saturday too? But
Yeah,
it's
like-
I anticipate spending a lot of money. But if it was it's $1 million to go, or you have to kill Tommy, I don't think I would. No, I think I wouldn't kill you.
Would you
'Cause
kill Clemmer?
Probably, yeah. If it was my first concert
That backfired,
ever,
didn't it?
if it was my first concert ever,
Very
though, I
disappointing.
would kill Tommy. If it was tonight, if it was
Alright.
tomorrow, and they were
Yeah.
you can't go
Yeah.
unless you kill Tommy, I'd be sorry, dude.
So, but she would kill you to see a concert she saw about 16 hours
Yeah.
prior.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think that's fine. I think that's reasonable.
I mean,
the
what,
rundown.
what happened here? Why did this happen?
Hey,
I'm
go
very
buy
excited.
Clemmer's Oakland L shirt.
Yeah,
Yes.
buy that. Buy
you're
the,
a
buy
fan
the
of-
Before it
Vanderpump
sells
hat.
out,
I'm not
quick,
sure what
hurry.
team.
Hurry, buy this shirt.
Hurry,
Go
yeah,
buy.
hurry.
While supplies
don't
last.
walk.
Yes,
So
my
it's
first shirt.
Gonna be harder to get than Taylor Swift tickets.
Yep.
Yes, yeah.
Literally because we will not be making them probably in 3 days.
Yeah,
Continues next week.
Yeah.